the synergy with Lucianami was like how good the burst damage was with like Mandate and the one-item spike with like Gale Force and stuff like that. I think the more consistent pressure is there for Milio.
Well, no flash, and Jarvan is here, but Perfect's so low, I don't know. As we get the flash coming down, but Lucid doesn't care, it's First Blood going over to DK, that goes to Xiu, and now Cuz on the run has to flash himself. It's not the best feeling, of course, to give the Gwen, which was the response pick, First Blood on over. Here's the level 6. Perfect goes in, he's trying to take this one actually, as he's just gonna get solo killed. Perfect cannot take that, he was still level 5. Seems like Duckdom and Peter have come back a bit in this lane. The wall's going to be held up for the calling. Both junglers are here. And in goes Cuz, trying to turn on to Lucid, who does drop the subjugate, but no flash for him just yet, so easily turned onto. As now aiming as well, gonna have to flash and dash away from this one, but he still gets sniped down by Duckdom, and BDD is still here. He's just gonna take Beryl for a walk down the lane. And Beryl has flash, but there's really no reason for him to flash until the very moment to force BDDs, and the follow flash comes through for the easy pickup. Ahead as much as BDD is on Showmaker, so the rise is going to be huge. The Dragon, I don't know if they're going to get here on time, but actually looks like they might, as both of the bottom laners of KT are here at the same time. But Lucid's going in, he is going to commit for the Dragon at least, as Peter going to hop on over, but now the fight is going to go in favor of KT. It looks like going to get the flash out here, as Peter now getting pretty low. And even an ult to be thrown out. KT now in a weird spot. Showmaker wants to get in with the taunt. He's going to catch both of them. And the follow-up here from Lucid, but the phase rush comes through.
Advantage and disengaged in the situation. Could have definitely gone worse. Now Duckdom in trouble though.
Oh, is he? He's got a lot of teammates here. Peter is pretty low himself, but now Showmaker looking for the follow-up as engage Galio, not sure about that one. And now BDD coming in, the TP much faster this time from the Rumble, but he doesn't seem to have equalizer. So Perfect just comes here, and so does Xiu. And now a bunch of needles coming through. A very awkward fight from both teams, but now Peter and Duckdom taunted in the front line, and they get taken down. Showmaker very low, but the flash from Xiu to just assassinate the Jarvan. And that's another couple of kills for the Gwen.
They're so low, no equalizer available though. Perfect looking, but he's so scary.
I mean, he is incredibly aggressive on this one. You can see the fans are on a nice edge here, but the pillar comes down. Perfect, he's got flash, but he's not going to make any crazy moves to Xiu. And now some vision here onto the Gwen. We're going to get the taunt down. There's the knockup from the Jarvan, but we got 3 people in here keeping Xiu around. This is going to be a big shutdown for whoever gets it. It goes over to Cuz, who is going to get a massive influx of gold.
Yep, I mean, you're glad it didn't go to Peter. Ideally would have gone top laners. Like, I think she was sitting on a lot of gold, so not really in a position to capitalize on that advantage. Looks like we're just going to get trade of objectives.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's fine, especially when the first couple of Drakes are Infernal and Hextech. You just know that your chances of getting a fantastic soul are decreased. So you're like, in the position he's in. Does have the first item, as you mentioned, but not the greatest. This is going to be the turret to go down. They're actually looking for the kill here as well, as in comes Cuz, but just for peel, essentially, not really sticking around very long. And Peter just running in a straight line, as I think he had the door. Not really sure what's going on here. Trying to bait them for a fight. Yeah, I mean, I think that's fine. The bigger issue would have been if they fought over it and died, because you're risking a lot, actually. I mean, they're going to have to get in here real quick. We do have Realm Warp, but BDD is here already. Cuz here with his smite available. A lot of bouncing, and the equalizer to come down. And now the turn onto this Otacon, and it's just given over. And wait, what was that?
Was that a Mega Cone?
I think so. Did someone just hit the Mega Cone?
I think he went for the steal.
Oh, okay. I mean, it was very late, though. Maybe he didn't have vision. I don't know. It just looks so weird.
Duckdom is about to hit Manamune as well.
Yeah.
So like KT are very strong. They're about to get stronger.
Yeah, and they're going to go for a fight right now. Not sure about the timing here, as now Cuz going to go in. He's quite low, gets burst down by aiming. And now Peter and the gang trying to get out. Oh no! BDD in the middle of it, just going to flash to his Realm Warp. and goes straight into Xiu's open arms as he just takes down BDD, gets the shutdown as well. Talking about weird fights, we're just bouncing all over the place. Even Jonas Strong can't keep up.
Guys, patience is a virtue. You know, it's been said. And I think KT could have afforded to wait a little bit of time for some spikes. But it looks like they're not going to wait now. They're going to try and fight them off this Baron. I don't think they really have a choice. There are some low health bars.
Yeah, Showmaker isn't here yet either. No flash, or no TP, no ults as well. Xiu taking a decent amount of damage, and now Perfect is going to try to get Lucid, but gets taken out.
That's so low. I don't think... Xiu?
Yeah, he's just going for a walk.
Well, they stopped him doing the Baron. I don't know. The red buff is giving a bit of sustain. It's not a ton. A lot of cooldowns have been burned from Dplus. Maybe they can reapproach.
There's no equalizer, so Perfect just kind of shooting at them with some rockets. We get the engage from Cuz as he's just going to flag and drag away. That was onto a Gwen. And now Xiu, he's got the Zhonya's as he will go Golden, but he has to flash away as well. And now a bit of damage going in on a barrel, and he just gets blown away. And now a big taunt does come in, but the damage follow-up is not quite there. And Xiu also going to get burst to smithereens. Tavares doing insane amounts of damage, and so is BDD to everybody who walks up to him. So 2 kills to KT.
The Mega Comb for... Oh, the pillar!
Guys, no! Not like this! Oh, he just got dunked on by Lucid. And now you see DK, they want to fight this one. He just chomps Peter in the face. Lucid taking a, okay. Yeah, BDD is just insanely strong
the
right
knockup!
now. The knockup from the Baron! This is the weirdest game I've cast in a long time. We got Scuttle Crab instead, and it just gets smited away. So now he's just going to get over the wall to his team, as now Xiu going in. He's getting huge value with the needles. Perfect as everybody scrambles. And going in on the BDD now, 3v1. He is running so fast, trying to get to the disengage cone. He's not going to get there. And actually, Lucid kind of engages with it as Duckdom hit it. A very messy situation, and KT are not getting the good part of it. As Xiu, he did so much damage in this fight, and he will get the final kill here as well. Looks like Cuz and Perfect get out.
Then they just run him down. Ult him, his resistances get shredded, and he just doesn't have enough damage to cut through this trundle in his face.
Able to this entire game.
Yeah. BDD and Xiu are both just pushing in the sides, but Xiu kills towers so much quicker. And speed of killing towers, Lucid and aiming also do that really fast. So a lot of pressure being put down here. KT might just have to give up their mid inhibitor. And a TP comes back. He got that top tier too, but now moving in to defend. They find an angle here when Dplus are kind of inside of the base walls. That's where they could find a good fight, but Dplus respect that, back away. They wait for Xiu to get some pressure here. And aiming can walk up and hit the inhibitor.
They need a wave. You see Xiu sticking around, just keeping the bottom ones buffed, just to put the pressure on that makes KT rotate down. And so they do move in and take the inhibitor. It's just the mid inhibitor. It's not the end of the world, but it's definitely DK getting a pretty large gold lead at this point in time.
Yeah, 5,000 gold ahead now. We've had like, it's never been more than like 2,000 so far this game really, and now with that Baron with his big gold lead really pushing it ahead. Xiu getting chunked a little bit, but Peter taking a lot of damage in return. No shield now.
Yeah, no door, and yeah, they're just able to burst him down. Perfect again. He's got his equalizer, but there's no really good spot to use it in. Aiming does take a huge amount of damage, but just stashes over the equalizer. Xiu and Showmaker still in there, wants to get that kill on a Perfect, and he will. He gets in, and he gets out. And, ooh, nice interrupt there from Cuz. Gonna save Duckdom's life. And that means that maybe Showmaker in a rough spot, as it looks like DK do not want to continue fighting this, but now BDD is making the fight happen as they go in. They're looking for more. The flash from Cuz and makes a couple more kills. And of course, this game had to go this way. Xiu in the mist, and BDD steps in. Cuz takes the kill.
KT managed to find a fight. Some great play, some great mechanics from KT there. They'll be able to pick up this dragon. It'll only be their third, but it just doesn't feel real. I mean, it's obviously aiming has expensive crit items, but like, Duckdom's still doing so much. I think that's the one lane where the gold lead doesn't really represent the impact they're having right now, but yeah. Oh.
Ooh, the pillar and the calling does quite a lot. Looks like Peter not able to get on over there. Now we got the engage though. Cuz goes in, goes out. And BDD is still pushing. He is not joining this fight yet. He's looking for an angle maybe with this TP, but they're stopping backs and he's just pushing the base. Lucid gonna get caught out here.
Showmaker doesn't have TP as well.
Oh, he might just look to try to end the game if nobody can back. It's not like they have Baron empowered recalls.
Nobody can back. Stopping them.
Nobody can back.
They're just chasing them down. What a play.
BDD's just gonna end the game. Unless you can somehow just flash on over and run to him.
Wait, they tried to TP, but it got cancelled. The TP got cancelled.
It doesn't work. We got the flash coming in from Siu as he realm warps in with the BDD. He ends the game. Game 1 goes to KT.
You kind of, in the team fights, you have these backline DPS, you have the Renata that's so powerful, and I think you just get outranged so hard as KT. The Xayah has to kind of move forward to connect on someone who she really cares about.
Feed, or they're getting all the objectives, stuff like that. Sejuani not really going to be doing a lot of that, as Siu is really having trouble with this Ghoulie wall. Keeps on going in. And now we got Cuz here, and he's got Flash, and that's a very low Siu. And
seconds on Counter-Strike.
Yeah. So he's going to have that. But already, baits it out, and now he's just Omega dead. Yep, nowhere for him to go. And it's first blood over to the Pantheon. Do anything.
Just flicking boogers at people.
Yeah. Well, looks like the Grubs are going to go over here to DK. And KT will trade with the Dragon. They're just going to take the objective that they can at this point. And for, you know, a couple of lanes that weren't very good, mid's going well for BDD. And also Duck Dom and Peter are in a lane swap.
It's a good start.
Yeah, it definitely is. We'll see if that continues. We do have Cuz here. No ult, but he's got Flash. Perfect. A bit tanky, but can Cuz get here on time? Perfect gonna try to flash on in as now Cuz gets here. And the phase call does come down as Beryl throws himself in. Bit of extra damage goes in on the Cuz.
That is like the easiest dive possible with bailout and Calista ult.
Well, the hostile takeover isn't going to hit anything. They're still going for the dive as Beryl's tanking this one up. Because takes a long time to be taken out, but they still get it done. So 2 kills over to Dplus KIA.
I feel like it's just been cat and mouse this game, where like KT been swapping and
Showmaker
chasing them.
Yeah, that's a Rakan. That is a targeted charm, essentially. And even Cuz was here with ult and flash and everything. And look at the damage on the mid lane turret. It was only Showmaker here.
Towards that top lane. And now Perfect, he's going to be able to pick up some plates here as well. About 5 seconds left, we'll get another.
Peter's still stopping the back of Siu right now.
Yeah,
finally he's going to get it off. It's Chemtech Soul again!
I have no excuses.
I'm not gonna name any names, but you know what you did.
Now they do see Lucid taking this scuttle. Will they contest? Ult about to be up from Peter.
Yeah, Lucid really wants the scuttle crab. Yeah. So he didn't even get it.
Yeah. That is feats of strength for KT.
I don't know. Yeah. That was weird. But very on theme for this series, I'd say. Mid lane turret is going to go down here. KT opening up a pretty huge lead this early in the game. 15 minutes in, already 3,500 gold. And yes, Siu is going to get this top turret, but Perfect got the bottom one. So we're just trading there.
Yep.
KT are getting everything else.
Like, there's just massive leads across the board now. The hard count is T+.
They don't know how to deal with that. Yeah. Also struggling to use the engage cone, just jumping straight in the air instead.
It was a good vid though, right?
Yeah, it was nice. I didn't see him do any spins though, so I'm a little bit disappointed. As now, little engage, but Renata is going to get a lot of value. Tons of damage into Lucid though, as he is going to finally go down, as Siu does have a nice angle up there on the top side, but he's alone. And everybody's zoned away by Cuz. As Showmaker and Aiming not really able to join the fight. Cuz wants a bit more, BDD as well. Gonna get the flash at a Showmaker for just his ult. Although Cuz has to get away as well. Little spinorama there from Showmaker to get out, but lots of damage done here to Dplus KIA, and KT will take this objective.
It was such a strange start to the play because it felt like it was just Duck Dom flexing how much damage he could do. He was just doing so much damage, and then it turned into a play off the back of that. And the thing is, because he had done so much, there was no...
And it's a free dragon to KT.
Yeah, I feel like you're in such a rough position now. And again, all those things we talked about, like having the range advantage, maybe don't be there, you know? Maybe don't be in that position. But anyway, well, Cleanse now down for Dr. So that's a big cooldown not available.
Oh, flash on him. Perfect in a bit of trouble. He's going to try to flash away. Maiden is doing a bit of damage. The ghouls as well. No counter-strike for now, but he gets it back and just bops him on the head. Xiu's got TP as well. They're just going to start this one up.
Lucid has a Mega Cone, but he's already half HP. This feels so bad. You got a solo kill, and you lose Atakan for it.
It's just gone. It just disappeared.
Was it ever even there?
They never even tried to play for it.
But now they can set up the Dragon on this side of the map. Still 4,500 gold ahead. They have the extra boost from the Atakan as well. You can see level leads across the board. Only Xiu has a level advantage on Dplus.
Little trap Renata as Cuz is going very deep for this one, and he's going to just die. Not sure about that. As now BDD trying to get away here. Xiu, he doesn't have the flash, so he's not quite able to get in. The peel is there, and a big root comes in from Duckdom.
You guys can just go Dragon, by the way. They don't have a jungler.
Or we're just going to flash on in and fight more, because that's what we do. Duckdom is just playing like an insane person. Still has his ult, going in for the kill on a Lucid as he gets the callback and picks up the kill himself. Showmaker trying to do a bit of damage to Perfect, but they're all super low. The charm comes in, and now Xiu is just gonna die. Meanwhile, on the right side, or on the left side rather, Aiming just dying for no reason to the two of them.
More fun for KT fans.
Yeah.
I don't think it's more fun for Dplus fans, but you know.
Yeah, definitely a bit tragic for them. We do have the Terminus finish.
BD picked up Rabadons, so
he likes that item today.
He is pumping some damage.
Yeah, I mean, he's very far ahead of Showmaker in this game. 1,300, 400 gold.
In last game?
Last game. Peter's going in, and he's going out, getting knockups on the Lucid.
Shaking it all about.
Yeah. He's doing the hokey pokey all over DK right now.
Oh, she would have been in trouble.
He's gonna go in, and immediately flashed out, and now BDD finds the angle. And that's going to get a hostile takeover here. This time Cuz in a much better position. Big knockups both ways, but guess who's ahead? It's KT Rolster. And they follow up on this one too. As one by one the dominoes fall, and the charm is going to hit as well. KT might just end the game here.
Huge team fight for KT. They find the kills. Gonna take this one to a 2-0. Long death timers. No way Dplus are up in time to defend. And KT, we had a close series in the tiebreaker. This one not looking to be that way. Game one was a lot of back and forth, but this one, KT looking a lot more dominant.
Very dominant game here to KT from beginning to end, and they'll finish it off with a clean ace in the final team fights.
We are leaning heavily into the late game, and I feel like KT are going to have a bit of an earlier edge. There's some aspects, like the Kindred needs marks, really.
When he was on Notion, playing against Bro, his overall win rate on cast COPIA is also 20%. He is 1-4. He's only played it 5 times. Obviously, the majority of League of Legends, and it's not going to have a lot of late game power. Like,
and we're just locked into scaling, apparently, you know? We're just scaling, because why not?
They already had Senna. They already had Sion. They're playing into scaling. So they're like, well, either we look for the best scaling champ, or we just kind of get something that doesn't fit. So anyway, about Busan, really looking forward to that. Should be a lot of fun. Lucid just going to face check into where he knew Cassiopeia was. But he is Kindred, and he will live. The ult comes down, and the laser gets him. The Drake still goes over to KT, but that's a couple of kills now over to DK. Perfect. Does not have his flash. It's a third Chemtech soul in a row. And Perfect, very tanky, but I think eventually he just dies. And so 3 kills to DK, not half bad. Definitely, okay.
Oh, Aiming, whoa!
Aiming skanking over the wall. He picked up, I think, 2 or maybe 3 stacks. Here comes Sion, and now Barrel's there. So not really sure about that play, but
something from it. They're now looking. They are looking to fight for this 4v5.
They don't have their Nautilus. It's gone. And now the ult comes down, and the Orin is just stuck on the Miasma. Finally gets out, just barely, as the stun doesn't come down. And now the counter ult does come down. Only hits the Sion.
Nice dodge.
Yeah, good dodge. Bit of damage here from aiming. He's just collecting stacks. There's some more stacks. And yeah, nobody's actually fighting. Maybe able to go for perfect, though, as he is trying to run, but he's not quite able to run fast enough. So the kill goes to aiming, actually.
Okay, I mean, if the goal was getting stacks, that was a huge team fight. Immediately, but then like, oh no, never mind. Too much fighting. Guys, I know these are scaling comps, but we have to fight now.
Yeah. Not sure about that. Peril takes a big chunk already. Perfect, though, is getting chunked massively. Might have to flash out of this one as he goes in first, and then he goes out. Xiyu going to come down here, but the smite should go. Yes, it will. Over to KT. Cuz throws down his circle, but a lot of low health bars here on the side of KT. BDD at least gets the 1 kill, but they have to abandon ship. It looks like Perfect might just be the sacrifice again. The Showmaker picks up yet another kill. Looking for a bit more backing on the ward right here is Dom. As, yeah, he might just die. 1 clap does it, and the flash over the wall, and Lucid picks up the kill. Still no stack as he only has 1 so far. And now he gets popped over to the side of BDD. It's KT. They're turning this fight around about 2 minutes later, continuing to go in onto Xiyu, who is desperately trying to get away. And might just be able to, Cuz continuing to go in. BDD still here, and now with the combo coming down, looks like Xiyu is just dead. And they even give that kill over to BDD.
You know, I was ready to flame Docdown for that recall, but it was all a bait, allegedly, perhaps,
excellent play.
maybe.
Walking down very fast, and Barrel's gonna hook him in here. Not sure about that one, Barrel, as now he is being taken for a walk, and the ult comes down, and it's aiming! Aiming looks straight into the eyes of the snake and gets punished for it, and Showmaker gets baited. He's got 3 kills and 0 deaths, and Duckdom collects huge amounts of cash money.
The MVP of the play, Duckdom, who set it all up with his recall, comes back to get the kill. No, but all seriousness,
hours later.
BDD is so locked in to go into Busan, just slithering about on the sand, getting a huge ult on aiming, and this game...
Before he has his stacks, but Rift Herald's still in the game. And it looks like we are going to have the Alistar piloting this one. Not going to do any missing maneuvers here. As now, Xiyu goes in, and he just kind of dies. No follow-up. Gets burnt down, and Perfect is also getting burnt down, giving a bunch of stacks over to the Smolder.
He has hit his threshold, aiming very scary now. So much squish here because you have to go the crit build really to represent real damage. And so yes, he's doing a lot, but he just feels very squishy and vulnerable. They will move, the Atacana will be taken. And by the way, I do want to mention something. So we've been talking a lot about stacks and how the person I put the most emphasis on stack-wise, the person I said really needed to have stacks. Okay? And Showmaker's not that strong. Aiming is pretty strong at least, but it's like it's Smolder or bust at this point.
You got the Sion flank, and he's going to start running the opposite way. Nice little knock up here on Xiyu, who once again is just being bullied. So much damage coming down onto him already. At least he's able to get his ult off. He's in the Kindred, but Peter's in the back line, knocking everybody up. And now the follow-up comes in from KT. Lucid is dead. And Perfect just chases them down.
Come on, low. That's going to be so much harder to kill. You're already struggling to cut through these health bars.
Yeah. Cassiopeia, Xin Zhao, Alistar, Sion. It's basically only Senna who doesn't get a huge amount of value from the Soul.
Oh,
and now they're hitting in mid. The root's going to come down, and aiming just dies for free. KT, they're going up, up, up on this roller coaster, and I don't see any signs of coming down yet.
No one was ready to call a 3-0.
Did we just get a shot of fans leaving?
This is...
Guys.
Just send it, send it, send it, send it. You gotta send it, you gotta send it.
Nope, they're backing away. They're turning onto the TP. This is
Kill
a
him.
Scion.
Just kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him.
Yeah, they might be able to. He's gonna ult out of the stun, and he is supremely tanky.
Yeah, they do no damage.
And now Siu is taking a lot more on the left side here. He might be able to get his ult off, which does a decent amount, but you can see the rest of DK is just running away. And now that Miasma is down, Siu didn't even have flash. The follow-up from Peter is huge. It is going to keep them around. Big ult comes through from Beryl, and now you've got them in place. At least the one kill does go their way. Nice look away from Lucid, but that is going to be the ult down from the Kindred, the ult bot. The follow-up hook from Beryl is big, but it's onto a Scion, and that is not going to be big at all. And now the follow-up here on the Lucid. Look at the range right now from the Senna.
The damage, trying to make progress, but just not quite enough. They couldn't cut through the health bars, and KT able to survive and take the Baron, and now Elder in 2 minutes.
He played well still. He's just not put in that position that he was in the best of 3. And now, once again, Siu's kind of the bait in the front line. Soren ult could be good. It's going to hit BDD at least. And now we have a bit of damage coming down. The Nautilus ult out of BDD as well is going to zone him away for quite a while. But now we got the flash in for Perfect. Trying to engage, and Beryl just going to be chopped away at as he gets taken down. Big stun onto 3. And now Peter going to go down. That's going to make this Chaos Storm quite large. And KT is going to dodge all that and just run away. Elder Drake is now live. And the burn is beginning to hurt here from the side of aiming. That's a huge one. And you do see some healing does come in from Duck Dom, but DK now positioned here on this objective.
Getting a decent amount of poke, but the problem is there's so much sustain from KT. Siu needs to be so careful.
Yeah, he's going to get slowed up there at the end there as well. Just barely gets away.
Center sustain is getting so much work done. Oh, Lucid, do not.
Uh-oh. We got the angle, the Mega Cone, and he got ulted and taken down. A bit of damage does come out from aiming and Showmaker. They've still got mana, but the sustain that you mentioned and blue buff here for KT, BDD is going to get out of the stun. Pretty important, and now we got the wraparound. We got the wraparound once again. He's not going to hit anything except the wall, and he should be going down here. So now KT in a weird spot. Beryl respawns, as does Peter, but still kind of a wonky one. And is going to spawn in a minute now. The Elder spawned while KT had the Baron. And now engaging onto the Ornn. That's a good one from Peter. Finds the front line. And Lucy going to be forced to ult early. Aiming, trying to run out of the ult. He's going to be pulled out of the stun, but still aiming goes down. And now it seems like the dominoes will fall again as 4 members go down for DK. KT looking to push in towards Showmaker. Not even going to look at that Elder Dragon. And aiming did 8k damage, and it still didn't matter.
Still not enough 8k damage. Half a Perfect's health bar, apparently. KT able to hold on strong. Gonna finish this one with a 3-0 and start their run through the gauntlet towards Busan.
Yeah, I mean, KT looking like a very scary team after this one. Not sure how much of it was their great play and DK's not so great play, but it's still a 3-0, a clean one. Nothing to see here going at KT Rolster. Their first spot in the gauntlet is secured, and they will face off against Nongshim Red Force tomorrow.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.